Hey guys, so this week's assignment was on convergence. First question was, is convergence forcing us to change the way we interact in a physical, social, and business setting? I said yes, because convergence is forcing us to change the way that we interact. I actually feel like it's making us lazy, and we don't need to interact with people, or we don't tend to interact with people the same way as we did before all this stuff was invented and progressing. For example, like today we don't meet people in person, but since like people like face to face, but since technology is building, we technically can meet them somewhat face to face because of like Skype and FaceTime. So that definitely affects the way that we interact in a physical and social setting. Another way that convergence affects us in the social setting is that it helps us know things about each other 24/7. Like all that media that's put out there about everyone else is something that we can all find out on the internet, especially Facebook. This can impact the business setting too because it makes working easier, like to deal with as media expands, like with projects and whatnot. And the company will expand as media expands, therefore making more profit in a sense. Now, the second question was, what opportunities and options can convergence bring to consumers like us? Well, the opportunities and options would have to be the fact that we can develop it in the way that we want it. Not necessarily like us personally, but the producers go based on our ideas, well, based on their ideas and our opinions um, when they're making the product for us. Then there's like that whole aspect of the internet for us consumers as well. The role of it has changed so much, so much. I mean, it went from like a simple communication tool, like sending emails and stuff, to a place where TV, radio, and newspapers can all converge into one on it. There's a negative effect though to this convergence as well. Just as we went over class, the rapid distribution of all this new data can be overwhelming to some people. People may not grasp technology as fast as others can because it's literally being shoved in our face, like the new iPhones, for example, or the new whatever that comes out. This would especially be a problem for older people, not necessarily for our generation, but for the native immigrants that we spoke about, because they're not used to technology just coming together so rapidly. Like it came like over time with them. I mean, it did come over time with us too, but in the last 10 years, there's been such an advance, and it can be overwhelming to them. Now, according to Alvin Toffler, it can cause future shock to some other countries that maybe aren't advanced as well, especially if today's society and future societies have lifelong learning experiences, learning all this stuff. And finally, the third question was, what challenges does convergence bring to content producers and providers? The challenges that convergence brings has to be the competition. There's a constant war between various companies, particularly the Apple and Microsoft and iPhones and the Androids. The challenge is to make something better than the other one in order to, one, give the consumers what they want, and two, to make sure they surpass all others with whatever they're developing. The iPhone coming out with new apps, annoying updates all the time, and the Droid with its new, thinner versions. But that could present another challenge of producers as well. Because once something new comes out, whatever they were selling becomes old at rapid rates therefore rapidly reducing like sales and stuff and the popularity over whatever it is that was old. Now the main challenge would have to be like the what's next question. I mean, they sometimes steal ideas from each other and whatnot, but they need to add new stuff in there too. They seem to be coming up with ideas right and left, and that brings the question, what's next? Like, what if they run out of ideas, and what happens to the media market then? Well, I guess we'll just have to enjoy the flow of it for now.